So let me open this. So we use copy command to load data into Snowflake table, either by using copy or by using Snowpipe. And we have third-party commands called Kafka or ingestion dashboard. So by using these commands, we'll maintain some staging tables. From there, we'll use copy command for loading, or we'll directly load from these connectors into the Snowflake. Okay, so this copy into command support all these files like JSON, Avro, RK, Parquet, and XML. For other things, what I'll do, I'll highlight tomorrow. Okay, for other formats, how to do it. So we have other things that I'll highlight tomorrow. Okay, so mostly these formats are supported by Snowflake. Okay, so this whenever I use copy command, right? Once I have executed, that file will be loaded. Then this history will be stored up to 64 days. Okay, so up to 64 days, you cannot load the file again into the table. The data which is available in the file, you cannot load it again. Okay, it will not allow you to insert duplicate records. Up to 64 days, this data will not be loaded again. Whenever I'm trying to copy it that values will get skipped. So this is what exactly we have discussed in the last class, and I have shown you in the screen. Okay, next. Load data from staged files in existing. The file must already be staged one of the following locations. Name or internal file can be staged, named external storage. Okay, you cannot access data held in org. Okay, you can go with this theory. So, okay. So we have discussed about user stage, table stage. Okay, for a named stage. For everything, we use this copy into only. Okay, for everything, we use copy into table from this. Okay, so here if you see here we have parameters. First parameter is on error. If there is an error, what it need to be done? It need to be continued, or it need to be skipped, or it need to be aborted. So what exactly it need to be done? So that things will highlight here. Okay, next force equal to true. So as highlighted before, this Snowflake will maintain history for 64 days. You cannot load the same file again and again. If you want to load the same file, then I need to use this force equal to true. Okay. Next, validation mode. Return all errors, return error. See, so you are trying to loading the file. You are getting some errors. Rather than fixing one error, if I want to see all the errors, then what I will do, I use this validation mode, return all errors, which means it will return all the errors at a time rather than showing one error. Okay, next, maximum file size. Okay, so by default it will be 64 bits, right? By default it will be size number of maximum data loaded by copy statement. I think 25 days only, I think so. Okay, sorry, 16 MB. Okay, default the file size, it will allow you to load up to 16 MB. So if you want to increase the size, okay, you need to put this value, what we call up to the 2 GB or 1 GB. So this will be in this, what we call the KB, okay, 16 MB equal to this KB, and you need to calculate with how, for example, 1 GB I need nothing but 1 GB equal to 100 MB, right? 1000 MB, 1 GB equal to 1000 MB, right? So into 1000, so that is the maximum file size you need to update. Okay, so we have discussed about validation mode. Then let me go back here. Okay, on error we have discussed, validation mode we have discussed, maximum file size. Okay, return failed only true, and I told you, right, if I put purge equal to true, what will happen? Once data is loaded, that file will get deleted. Okay, next we have some parameters in the copy command like metadata field, ID, all those things. I'll explain this in the later class. Next, by using match by column name, if you are putting case insensitive, whatever the case, it will be upper, lower, or anything, the data will be loaded. Okay, so that's it about the parameters. Okay, so here I highlighted the parameters like what will be the default value to these parameters inside this Snowflake. Okay, so more we need to discuss about parameters, right? Yeah, these are the parameters we have. One is metadata file name, one is metadata file row number, metadata, file content key, last modified, start scan time. So these are the four, not four, around five parameters we have. Okay, let me go with one example so that you will understand this. So did you place the files? Did you created any folders inside the AWS? Guys, so did you open the Snowflake, placed some files, created a roles connected with your Snowflake? Any doubts in while doing the connection?
I'll do it today, sir. I was doing interview questions and I also had my other assignments.
Okay, okay,
So,
okay. I can understand. Okay, okay.
I also did complete it yet. I'll do it today too.
You tried it. You tried it in the AWS.
No, I haven't tried it yet. I'll do it today.
Okay. Actually, yeah, this is the one. Again, sorry to ask. Can you provide? I lost my this root user access. I don't. I'm not able to log in.
Oh, are you talking about logging into AWS?
Yeah, yeah.
I Yeah, this one I tried it and it worked.
Okay. No, no, no. What I'm saying, did you place the files and like you understand
Oh
this
no.
and S3?
No, I haven't done that yet. I'll do it today.
So can someone help me with the password because I lost my
yeah,
password.
I'm sharing it on my chat.
Okay.
Uh,
I need to reset this one. I didn't get time. This is the user email ID, right?
yeah.
Okay. Password. Okay. Done. So just understand what is this IAM, what is this S3. In the real-time scenario, whatever the project I'm currently working, right, and previously worked, mostly I used to deal with these two things only, nothing more. Okay. So now the things are changing. Okay. They are expecting more, but as a freshers, you may deal with only these two services provided by AWS. Okay. Let me go here. So let me go to my Snowflake SQL file. In the last class, we have in the ETL. So you have any doubts about this workspace? You are able to understand that what is workspace. So if you want to store your queries or your scripts, okay, then we use this workspace. In the workspace, you can put all the scripts as well as your Python notebook, Python notes, as well as images and all those things for the Streamlit. Coming back, last time we have discussed in this. Okay, so this is the one, right? This is GCS. Okay, I deleted that AWS. Super. Till practice branch correct only. I forgot the AWS name. Let me open my notes. Okay. CTL Snowflake. Like I have provided everything in the link. Okay. So it's there here. Let me put it in the top so that it will be easy for you. use list at the rate external stage. Access denied. So last time, what is the stage name I have used for creating this? Any idea? Notes, task notes, project, dataset. Let me paste it here. This is for practicing what we call. This is for practicing this SQL part, and then we have these notes. In the notes, we have SQL. All the SQL queries are available here. Just go with this. This is useful for real-time scenarios. Then this is the CL download link, Snowflake CLI download link. Okay, and then we have this ETL folder where I placed all the ETL files here. Okay, these are all important links for you to practice the Snowflake. Okay, so I'll add the core concepts also. I'll create one core concepts and then I'll add this. Okay, done. So you have the links with you. Let me go to here. Let me go to this ETL. Let me copy these things. Again, I'll create it. I forgot the stage I have created previously. Okay, so let me create this. I'm creating new database, test2, and then in the test2 database, I'm creating branch. Then I'm creating this file format inside this test2. Okay. So this file format, why we use file format, whatever the data I'm getting inside the data, there are some issues or errors related to while loading into the table. So to clear those errors, I will create the file format. Done. Next, as I'm using the external stage, so first what I need to do, I need to create this storage integration. Okay, first what I need to create, I need to create this storage integration. So so if you create storage integration now itself with these dummy IDs, what will happen? So there is a cookies will be stored in the Snowflake. It takes time to reflect those files here. That is the reason. First we will create everything in the AWS. Okay, then I'll add it into Snowflake. Getting it right? So if you create initially in the Snowflake itself with the dummy data, then what will happen? Snowflake will store the cookies. Okay, you will get some cache issue. So if the cache is stored, okay, it's take time to reflect those files. That is the reason. First we will create in the AWS, then we will use those things in the Snowflake later. Okay, so this is the storage integration object. So create or replace storage integration type external stage. I'm using AWS S3 enable true. Okay, it should be enabled by default. Okay, so this is the error number and then which we will get it from there, where from the role. Okay, let me go to the IAM service. IAM is a user role management. So if I want to provide a user access to outside the Snowflake, okay, or outside the AWS, then I go and then I'm going to use this IAM. Basically, this IAM is like a user role management system where we can create users and roles. Okay, as according to my requirement, I just go with the roles. Okay, then I'll create one role. Then this AWS account required external ID. I'm giving dummy here as of now. Okay, next. So I just want to provide only S3 access. Done. Then next, role name, Snowflake test 2. Okay, then done. Next, S3, sorry, S3 added. Next, so given, so here I have trust policy, create role. So now the role is created. Okay, now I have created this particular role. Takes time. Okay, here it is. Now what I'll do by using this ARN number, I will create the storage integration object. Okay, what I'll do, I'll create this storage integration object. So S3MLM. So I don't have any blocked location. This blocked location is used whenever you have provided this blocked location, right? User cannot access this secret folder inside the AWS. Let me remove this. Okay. Now let me create the stage. So I have created the stage. Okay, done, done. So let me click on show integration. So you can see I have now two things. Okay, sorry, not show. We need to use a describe stage, right? Describe integration. Okay, now we already provided this S3. Okay, we already inserted AWS role. Okay, now I want to insert this username inside the AWS. Let me go to the trust relation, edit trust policy, add this ID here. Okay, and as well as I need to add some external ID. Where I can find the external ID? The external ID is available here. Okay, this is my external ID. Now, automatically, whenever I provided this trust relation, right, between the AWS and Snowflake, okay, so automatically now the connection is established between these two. Okay, now this Snowflake role can access this particular path anytime. Okay, so let me check. So for now I have created file format and I have created storage integration. Now by using these two, I will create a stage. Okay, so in the stage I am providing access to this particular folder. Done. So I'm using external stage. So here I'm using storage integration, the integration I have created, and the path I want to access those files, and then I have the file format. So I'm here in the stage, I'm integrating storage integration as well as file format. So let me create a stage. So I have created this stage. Okay, if there is no connection, you will get error here. So I already established a proper connection. That is the reason you are not able to see any error. So if you see here, if I want to provide multiple path access, then I can mention it here. Okay, so I can provide single path access, or I can provide multiple path access here itself. Okay, so this is for providing multiple path access. Done. Next. Next, then what I do? Then I use copy command to load into the table. So for that one, let me create some table here. Let me unpin, duplicate. Let me go to catalog. Okay, so I have created this practice to write. Let me refresh. ETL test 2. Okay, so ETL test 2. Let me go create this table. Create table from file, browse. Let me go with the prod table. Okay, create new, some dummy. I'm not creating from here. I just want SQL query. I don't have time to write all the SQL query. That is the reason I'm using this. Okay, let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, let me create table called product data. Okay, so okay, you can see here the start date and end date is date data type. Okay, now let me go here into the file. Yeah. Here the date format is different. Whatever the format I have mentioned, it there is completely different. Now let me try to load data. We'll get errors. Okay. So I have created this table. Now let me use copy into this table product data from So what is the stage I have created? So this is the stage, right? AWS ETL CSV stage. So copy into this from this. Okay. So if I want to pass any parameters, I will pass it from here. So before that, let me check whether the files are available here or not. Let me go to S3 bucket. I think I have removed all the files, but let me check. I think there are one or two files available in the bucket. So we have only one bucket here. You can create multiple buckets. You can create with your name. Okay. Your name slash Snowflake like that. So I have these files available. So what I'll do, I'll put purge as a true. Uh, Purge equal to true. So, and then I'll put on error. So what is the parameter we have discussed? On error equal to true, right? So what I need to do on error, it should load all the data or it need to skip the file. See, we have multiple files, right? Here, if you see, whenever I created this stage, I have mentioned this only the folder path, not the file name. So what will happen? It will try to load all the files into this product table. Getting it right? So that is one thing. Okay. And then, so if we have multiple files, then what it need to be do? It need to skip. Okay, skip exactly that particular file. Okay, or it should cut it, if it is mentioned as a continue, it will skip only that particular row. If it is mentioned skip file, entire file will get skipped. If I mention abort statement, what will happen? The data will not load it into the table. So let me go with the abort statement. It will throw the error. Okay, then so let me put the file name here. To copy into, where is the file name? We copy this file name. Okay, I'm just loading only this file. If I'm not mentioned this particular right, okay, what will happen? It will try to load all the three files available in the what we call uh, it will load all the files available in that particular folder or bucket. Okay, so coming back, so we have discussed about this on error. Okay, as highlighted before, once loading is done, right, so it will not allow you to load again same data. So that is the time. That is the reason we use this force equal to true. Next, let me use this thing. Validation mode return all errors. Okay, let me try to execute this command with the following parameters. Let me use this copy into or not authorized. Copy into product data from the stage file format. What is the error? External stage does not exist or authorized. What is the stage we have created? This is the stage, right? So let me execute this. Okay, so why I'm getting all these errors? Because while doing the copy command, right, what I'm using validation mode return all equal to return all errors. Okay, if I have not mentioned this on error, what will happen? I'll show you. So let me execute this. It will throw error by error. So if I'm trying to do the same, right, it will throw error by error. So it will throw one error. I want to see all the errors at a time. Then what I need to use this, I need to use on error. Sorry. Validation mode, return all errors. Okay. So now what this parameter will do, it will print all the errors at a time. So here, what is happening here? Okay. So while creating the table, what is the data types I have provided? If you see here, while creating the table, what are the parameters I have used? So for this end date and start date, I'm using date column. But what are the values I'm getting? Or string, what we call string dates, and there are nulls here. Okay, so that is the reason one. Coming to the reason two. Okay, so here we have product ID is a number. Okay, and cost is a number. But here, but here, uh, what is the problem here? So here I have a problem. There are nulls here. Okay, there are nulls with this product ID as well as this. Okay, for that one, what I need to use in the file format, where is this copy command? Copy command into this. Okay, CSV file format, right? So in the file format, I need to add what we called. Okay, here we already have nulls equal to this, right? Conversion error. Why? So where is the line number one? Okay. So in the file format, what we have mentioned skip header, right? Skip header one. Let me try to create this file format again. Okay. And then let me try to copy this. Copy into from AWS. This is the file format. Okay. Now let me try to copy this. Okay, you can see the first two errors has gone. Why? Because now what happened while loading this particular file, it doesn't skip the first row. So we are trying to insert string value into this ID column and as well as in the cost column. That is the reason it is throwing the error. Now we have this date issue. Okay, what I can do, either I can what I can do, either I can convert this one, okay, or again I can use this in the file format. I can use this date option. So in the date option, we need to put what is the date format we have, DDMMYYY, correct only, right? Why it is not able to convert this particular data? Because we are using this date format only, right? Is not recognized. We are using the date format correct only. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. So here it's in different format, DDMMYYY. Correct only, right? Why it is changing the format? While loading the data, it's converting. Okay, let me go here. Let me try with this. Let me try to insert the data. Okay, there are no errors. The data is loaded properly into the table. Okay, so let me try to load the data again. Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, you can see. So now the data was loaded. Okay, while executed this query. Now let me execute this again. Now you can see the data is skipped. It's not loaded. Why? Because the file is already loaded. Snowflake store this metadata information up to 60 days. Okay, up to 60 days. So this file again, you cannot load the same file again. But if I need to load the same file again, then what I need to use? I need to use force equal to true. Okay, let me try to load the same file again. Shit, 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 shit. You can see now the file has been loaded. Okay, now let me use one more option called purge. So purge equal to true. What it will do after file got loaded into the table, okay, after file got loaded into the table, the file will get deleted. When I'm using this purge command, when I'm using this purge, what will happen? Once the data is loaded into the table, the file will get deleted inside in the particular folder or in the S3 bucket. Okay, the file will get deleted. So let me execute this, and you can see the this one is
So
not
it,
loaded.
sir, so it get deleted in AWS?
Yes, if you see here,
Okay,
so the file is not available now.
okay.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I need to mention force equal to true. Let me try now. Now data will be loaded. After data loaded completed, then this file will get deleted. Let me refresh. You cannot see the prod info. The file got deleted. So these are the parameters we use while loading the data into. So okay, no, no, no. I like to need to show this one, right? So we need this. Okay, okay. Let me upload the file again. Click on upload, add file, this file, then click on upload. I have uploaded the file. Right. So I'm showing you regarding the metadata. So let me add few columns here. So let me put create or replace this table. Okay. So let me put some columns like mm, em file name, mid, and then we have other parameters like what are the parameters we have in the last slide I have shown you, right? We have total 5 parameters here. One is this file name, then contain ID, then last modified and scan time. Okay, so let me put all these things. Row number. Okay, fine. I'll go one by one. I'll put already file name is there, row number is there. Okay, let me add this last modified metadata last modified. Let me go here. Mm, MID, file name. Let me put this as a varchar. Is also varchar, and then this is a m. What is this one? M date or modified data modified. Okay, this. Okay, so now what I need to do? So here from this file, I will do in below copy command, put columns. Okay, so these are metadata columns from copy command parameters. Pattern metadata. Okay. So not current timestamp. Okay, let me keep. Okay. Not external stage. This is the stage name. Okay, these are the columns we have in this stage. Okay, this stage ID and all those things. And then we have this file format, pattern, all those things in the M file name, right? In the M file name column, that is the column, right? In the M file name column, I'm putting the file, what I'm loading. Okay, then I'm putting the row ID. I'm assigning unique IDs for the each row. Then I'm mentioning the timestamp. Okay, in the timestamp also I can use these parameters. What is the parameter I can use? I can use this last modified or scan time. So let me use this scan time. Uh, use scan time. Meta data scan type. Okay. Okay. So current timestamp. Okay, fine. Let me go up to here. So let me first create, let me try to execute this at particular point at
The,
73.
the stage.
Okay, okay. So here we are using this AWS ETL CSV stage. Okay, so remaining all are good. Not that is not the error because it's not able to these parameters. It's not able to understand these columns. I think syntax error. So here we need to get. We are not going to mention these column names. I'm thinking. Okay. Here this is how we need to mention. Copy into this from column names. We need to mention. This is the file format or error, and then force equal to true. Does not exist. Let me remove this. I'm loading directly into this product data table, copy into product table, then from select all these things, file format. Let me execute. Line number 70, 70 we got the error. Yes. Match column list expected 7 but got 20. But got 10 because I didn't created this table. Let me create this table. Okay. Now let me try to insert the data again. Okay. So yeah, so as highlighted before, if I'm not mentioning the file name, it will try to load all the data. Okay, it will try to load all the three files. No problem. I'll let it be. Let me select this query, select star from this table, product data. And you can see here in the table. So I added few extra columns. What are the columns I have added? So here I have added file name, which means where we are getting this data that will be stored in this file name. And then this is a unique row ID for each row, and then this is the modified date. Okay, these are the parameters we will add. Okay, so what are the parameters we can add while doing the operation? We can add file name, we can add row number, we can add some keys. Okay, auto-generated keys for that particular row. Then we can add this last modified date as well as scan time when the file got scanned. These details we can store while loading into the table. So that's it about copy command. So we have file format to do data validations. Then we have storage integration to create connection between the cloud account and the Snowflake. Then we have a stage. Stage is like a virtual folder where we can see the files related to the S3. Whatever the files are available in S3, those will be reflected in the stage. Okay, we will configure storage integration file format in the stage itself. Then we have a copy command. Okay, whatever the data available in the stage that we load into the table with the help of copy command. In the copy command, we have the parameters like on error, execute, force, purge, and also I can pass some metadata information into the table with the help of this copy command. So that's it about complete ETL in the Snowflake. Okay, so we have a concept called Snowpipe that we'll discuss in later class. Okay, so as of now, we have done with this. We have done with this what we called this ETL processing, how the data will be loaded in the real time. Okay, most of the companies will use this process only. Okay, they like to use this all these things like what we call 1 minute. This ETL for doing this ETL, right, from for unstructured data to process this semi-structured data into the Snowflake, they will follow these steps. Okay, they use this file format, stage, storage integration, and this copy command objects for processing the data from cloud to this our Snowflake. Okay, for the third party, right, they may use ETL tools. Okay, like Informatica, Talent, like that. But for the cloud, right, they use same. The file formats, these things only. File format, stages, copy command, only these things only they will use it. Clear? Any doubt?
Sir, do we always use bronze layer?
No, no, no,
For
no.
it?
See, I am giving some example in the real-time scenario, right? Whatever the project I am working. So I don't have this bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, what I'll have. So there is a layer called PA layer. See, what exactly we use in Snowflake? Are we going to use ELT or ETL?
ETL.
No, no, right. We use
ELT.
ELT, right? So first what
Okay.
we
Yeah.
do, we'll have a source system, we'll extract and load it into the Snowflake.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we don't use bronze layer. So whatever the data I'm getting, I'm loading into the Snowflake. So I will maintain all the historical data in this layer. Okay. In my current project, I will call this as a PA layer. Okay. Here I will not do any truncate and load. Okay. Here I will maintain complete history here itself. I'm not doing any transformation. Whatever the data I'm getting, I will store it here. Okay. Now, whatever the business required data will be there, right? That will be stored in this DWH layer. Okay. This is DWH where I will maintain only current day records. So here I will do truncate and load. Okay. And here I have a DW layer or DM layer, data mart you can assume. Here also I will maintain complete history, okay, or limited history. Here I do the data modeling, nothing but facts and dimension. I will load all the data here in the form of data modeling. From here, BA developer will load. So here what I'm doing, extract and load. I'm doing the limited transformations, not complete transformation. Because if I do the complete transformations, right, then it is very costly operation because Snowflake charges for using the warehouse. So if I do the transformation, it's very cost. So here we will not use this bronze, gold, and silver layer. There are situations based on the client requirement, they will do it. Again, everything will vary from project to project, but most of the Snowflake projects, right, they will use this same thing. They will load it and they will maintain complete history in the load. This you can call it this as a bronze layer. Okay, here they will not do truncate and load. Here they will maintain complete history. The business data, current data will be loaded into this layer, and then to this layer, what we do the data modeling. Nothing but dimensions and facts are available here. We do the transformation to the dimension and fact tables.
Sir, thank you. Got it.
So here we may implement SCD types here, or here we may implement SCD type too, based on the requirement. Mostly in the data modeling only we do this SCD type 2 implementation. So it varies from project to project. All the projects will not be similar. Whatever the project I'm working, it's they are using around 40% only, not complete 100% Snowflake objects.
Okay, sir.
So that's it. No. Okay, but copy comment. Okay, so today I'll go with one more topic. I'll take 5 more extra minutes to complete this. Okay, let me go. So we have done with this thing also how to load data from AWS and GCP. So for Azure, I'll take some extra class. Okay, I not mentioned Azure here. I'll take some extra class for Azure. Coming back to the Snowpipe. Okay, to the Snowpipe. So someone can create Azure account. I didn't get time. Okay, so try to create some Azure account if possible, or I'll try to create on Wednesday or Thursday. So now I'll give some introduction about this task and I'll end up the class. So tomorrow we'll write the queries related to the task. 1 minute. Yeah, let me start about this task. I'll give the introduction. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to execute the query. In the real-time scenario, as highlighted, right? So as highlighted here, we have bronze, silver, and gold. Okay. In the projects, it varies. We have multiple layers. We cannot go with the median architecture itself. We have multiple architectures available. Okay. So 1 minute. Team, I have some important work. I'll take a break. Tomorrow we'll connect. Thanks all.
Thank you, sir.